Welcome to the forest. I'm going to show you a couple of things to do with trees reproducing. And the second one is going to be really interesting and special. Well, so is the first, but I'm eager to show you the second one. But let's get on to the first one first. So I'm here underneath this beautiful little persimmon tree, and I'm just doing some pruning here of this grass that's growing underneath it. And I want to show you something to do with this. I allowed this grass to grow intentionally so that it would trigger, and I just realized the camera angle isn't exactly perfect to show you, but I'll do a close-up. I grew this grass intentionally here so that this persimmon tree would create root sprouts. And look at this beauty right here. There's another one here that's more of a sucker than a root sprout. It's right beside the stem of the tree. That one's going to go. But there's actually two root sprouts right here. A little tiny one as well as this larger one. And I grew these for a friend who wants some persimmon trees. And I wanted to clone this one in particular. This is a male, and I wanted to give him some females and a male. And so the best way is to just clone an existing one. And so this will work for many kinds of trees, not just persimmons. The way that I forced it to create these root sprouts was by making the tree suffer. I know that sounds terrible, but it's not a horrible hardship. I simply allowed the grass, and I've already trimmed the grass once I saw that this root sprout had come up. Then the suffering was over for the tree, and I cut the grass hard. And I'm just here now getting bitten by mosquitoes. There's my hardship. There's a little bit of a breeze coming up, so I took a risk without any real protection because it's already pretty warm. But at any rate, so I was here this morning doing a whole bunch of other clipping, and that's going to get us to the second part of the video, the same thing. But I just wanted to show this to you because there are so many ways that this is shown. For example, the chestnut blight. When a tree has the blight badly, it starts putting out all kinds of suckers. And if the tree is a rare one, then it will even produce root sprouts. That's very uncommon, extraordinarily uncommon. In fact, I don't know of another American chestnut tree anywhere. I've never heard of another one doing it. But the grandmother chestnut here did. Twice, and I've planted both of those offspring that she created from the root sprouts. Well, I transplanted one, but the other one I've preserved. That one was far enough away from the tree. If you've seen the various chestnut videos, you'll see the one I'm talking about. But at any rate, it's quite common that when a tree is in real hardship, that it's going to start sending up root sprouts. So it was when I was out here earlier today doing all of this that I thought, hey, maybe I'll make a video, because there was a viewer who commented a while back that they had never seen a persimmon tree making root sprouts. And so I thought, well, then maybe I'll share my technique, which is not that it's not like a really big deal. It's not difficult or anything. Just allow the tree to suffer until it starts sending up root sprouts, and then end the suffering. So you can actually see that the leaves are not looking so great Because what happens is when a tree is suffering, that makes it more susceptible to insect damage. Insects like the ones that are pestering me right now, if one of them draws blood, then they all come. And it's the same sort of thing that happens here. And so because this is a male, it's not going to be producing any fruit. And so I figured, well, let's do this. And that way I was sure to be able to provide this nice root sprout for my friend who I'm going to be giving some persimmons to. So let's get on to the other thing I wanted to show you. So here we are at a beautiful Japanese maple that I have here. It's this really should be in the bonsai garden, but this thing is so beautiful and special. I put it here in its own space here, right beside the workshop, where I can admire it from the house. And as I was doing some pruning, I noticed a little something, and it just blew me away. It was so exciting. This baby, well, it's kind of old for a baby, but this beautiful, beautiful specimen is making keys, seeds. This is so exciting. I'm really looking forward to hopefully successfully sprouting these seeds, and having at least one more would be nice, but actually from seed. And I can't wait to play with it and see what kind of shapes I can make. And hopefully I'll actually have 2, maybe even 3 that I could put into the bonsai garden. Wow. And so this wonderful gift from what should be a sterile tree is just the result of years and years and years of loving care and allowing it to get as big as it wants, and then just being lucky enough to spot those keys hiding so deeply in here. And now I check on it each and every day to make sure that when those keys are developed enough that they're not going to wind up in the belly of a rodent. So it's a tricky game. I don't want to pick them too soon. In fact, I'd rather not pick them at all, but I have to make sure that I get them. So I just wanted to show you that. I find that really exciting.